Hello, everyone, and thanks for tuning into The Medium by Design. This message is from Leonard Nimoy and Gene Roddenberry. So this is a continuation of the Star Trek series, Star Trek actor series. And I'm going to start with Leonard Nimoy, one of my favorite people. And I think you're going to really like this. I hope the Star Trek fans are finding this. It's just so much fun to receive from these actors because they get to show us themselves as a person and what they got out of their life and their really blessed life. And you'll see that with Leonard Nimoy. His gratitude is overwhelming, really. So here we go. Here's Leonard's. Very well. Wow, this is truly astonishing. In all my years of study and discovery, I never came across an experience like this. You, my friend, have a gift. To say I did not live a full or interesting life would be furthest from the truth. The subjects and experiences I was exposed to and learned about were truly fascinating. I did live the life of Spock, exploring new phenomenon and scientific breakthroughs. Having lived in that character opened opportunities I am forever grateful for. It is so true and so easy to see now how one life experience can build on another and snowball into a tirade of amazing experiences. This is exactly the experience I had. It became a reality of never having to look for work, but a reality of which opportunity do I take? Of course, I stayed committed to the Star Trek franchise because it had given me so much. I was fortunate to be chosen, and the blessing continued my entire life. If I may reflect, the period working with Gene in the very beginning was so new, so fresh. I believe we're all just excited to have jobs. We knew it was risky, a territory uncharted, but this only added to the excitement. Sure, there were a few bumps, young egos clashing, but eventually we settled into a smooth machine that continued to explore for many years. I completely realized and never forgot what a privilege it was working with Gene. His brilliance and truly loving nature toward mankind was translated onto the screen and woven into many of his stories. He changed the way we saw each other and the world at large. He was a visionary, and we got to explore his visions and perhaps expand on them. We could not help being swept up in his passion and enthusiasm. He truly loved creating and working with large crews, making his vision real. An actor would have learned not only the business, but how to dream and think bigger. As for my life, I guess one of the biggest surprises was the outpouring of love. Yes, love. The one thing an actor does not know in the beginning is how big or known he will become. Such was the case with myself. I just wanted to work. As the years passed and the work did get bigger, so did our notoriety. This is something one cannot plan or buy. It was so unexpected and shocking, I don't believe many of us ever fully grasped it. In my case, it translated into love. The warmth of strangers was truly overwhelming at times. It also gave me opportunities to speak and share on a level I could not see coming. That truly was a fun ride. Even now, I can see and feel the reactions of possibly millions of people. This is impossible to describe in words. Waves and waves of love that is so tangible and powerful, it flows through your entire being. Liken it to the transporter beam, encompassing every cell of your body. The other unknown component on my journey was the friendships that would develop and last for much of the rest of my life. In the beginning, I would not have spent time over a cup of coffee with Bill Shatner. But as time passed and we came together again and again, our mutual respect and admiration grew. That spawned a bond that was there even when we were not together. He was right. We were like brothers. You see what I mean when I say love? The level of love is so enormous, it is impossible to put into words. To comprehend how one person can affect so many lives still boggles my mind. I know that many mourning this week, this was the week that he died, feel like they've lost a friend, but more importantly, I hope they feel they've gained an angel. I will continue to follow humanity's evolution and be watching how the world creates the peace we so often portrayed on the screen. As I see life from this perspective, being with each other, sharing, cooperating, and loving is the highest goal any of us can achieve. I hope I achieve this and that love continues to move forward, touching the hearts of millions more. We each have a role to play, and we should do our best every step of the way. After all, none of us knows how far-reaching our role may go. May you all live long and prosper. Okay, so that was Leonard. Now we're going to move on to Jean, because on this particular writing, I asked both of them to come in, similar to what I did with Freddie Mercury and David Bowie. I got those two together. Okay, so here's Gene Roddenberry. Well, it's about time. You know how I hate to wait to be heard, but for an old friend, I would do anything. It has been a thrill to watch Star Trek continue to grow and tell stories as well as touch lives. None of us knew the level of impact that these stories and characters would reach, but are grateful for all that we got to share together, both individually and worldwide. It is so true when we embark on a path, we cannot really know how far we will go and what all the repercussions may be. For me, it was an internal drive that this is what I need to do and accomplish now. I was so sure of my visions and determined to see them out with the help of all those who came together to do so. I too was blessed beyond measure to be able to go so far and get my personal beliefs and philosophies out to the world on such a grand scale. This is exactly what happened beyond my personal beliefs and visions, and I am so grateful for every minute of it. The level of passion and creativity kept me alive and sustained, as well as inspired with the next round of stories. It was a life of pouring out from my own cup of inspiration into the melting pot, which is our world. Who could ask for more than this? We were all part of a star-studded team, but worked together as family, as comrades, creating what we hoped and believed would be quality work that people would enjoy. Some were more powerful and memorable than others, but all were a privilege to be part of. I would say that if more people could get in touch with their own vision for their own lives and stay the course, they would accumulate their own list of astonishing experiences they could never know they would have, and therefore look back in amazement of the life they have lived. If this was truly kept alive in more hearts across the globe, our world would be truly united. Humanity would know their roots and that they were one very large family. Man's evolution seems slow at times, sometimes non-existent, but even in the seemingly slowest times, the movement, or just movement, is still occurring. This will continue as more and more discoveries are made. Some will be quite unbelievable as we discover more of our history below the Earth's surface. Uncovering truths that man has only fantasized about. Hopefully, these old truths will propel man forward and upward to realize more of his great potential. Keep the fires burning and the candles bright. The world needs as much light as she can handle. Be the light, carry the light, live the light. Always, Gene. Well, he covered a lot of ground, and I love that you can just tell how grateful they are for the lives that they led and that franchise, how it grew and touched millions of lives. So there's more in the Star Trek Actors series. So feel free to go to the playlist on that. If you like the videos, press like. If you want to subscribe, feel free. And there is a PayPal button if you want to go further. And thanks again for watching The Medium by Design.